Alright, here we are, day 36, day after the day 35 horde attack. The day 35 horde attack is the first real horde attack I've seen. Up until that, they didn't even take down a few blocks. So you can go look at the day 28 horde attack, day 29 assessment, and it's nothing compared to what these guys did. Up until day 35, the zombie hordes were, the horde night was usually done before 4 o'clock in the morning. These guys, if you go watch the actual 35 horde attack, day 35 horde attack last video, I fought them until noon. The zombies, which was weird, is they were still coming into the fight after 6 o'clock in the morning. So I don't know if I think they'd spawned so far into the distance by the time they got here. It was 6 o'clock in the morning, I don't know. Either that or they were just straight up just fighting until that. Oh, I'm dehydrating, better drink some water. But I did loot the zombies already from what I could. Most of them, you know, despawned before I could, or degraded before I could really do that, but next time when we get the base built, hopefully for the next week, my plan is to have everything concrete. These 2 layers concrete right here, and actually, well, this layer concrete, this layer iron bars, so I can sit down there and shoot them in the face. And eventually, what I want to do is underneath the zombies too, we'll have a row of iron bars. To an extent, I mean, you gotta have the spikes there too, so I gotta figure out exactly how to do it. But so that way you can have someone down there looting them all as they're getting killed. So we'll figure all that out eventually. But yeah, you can see they took out there was 3 layers of wood logs and a good 4 or 5 layers of wooden spikes. And they took out almost every single wooden log. There was actually 4 of these iron spikes right here, 4 or 5. They took almost all of them out. I mean, they just kept camming forever. These were all wooden reinforced logs, spikes. And I drug them through around and around and around until they were finally took out almost everything. Hit these walls pretty good. One thing that's interesting is they did only took out 1 block, or degraded 1 block on the base. I think this one right here. This was a clay block like the rest of them, and they degraded it. Almost broke it down to a frame, so real close to that. And which is the same thing from the last base. All they got to was actually degraded 1 block. So when it comes to the actual base, it was, you know, definitely a really good build. They didn't even break into the base at all, but they did take out the log spikes. If the horde would have been, you know, twice as big, if it would have been, you know, 100% more zombies, then there'd been no log spikes left, and it would have been pretty rough. I mean, because especially if it was during the night where they run, because I couldn't get down and drag them back over these spikes. You really got to build this frame out all the way underneath all your spikes, so you can really drag them, you know, kind of out away from the base a little bit too, to get you and actually use all the stakes and really drag them through these, you know, wooden spikes, not the logs, and get all those knocked out too instead. But yeah, so beat up the base. When you go upstairs, the cop zombies, man, they kept coming till, like I said, 6 o'clock in the morning, spitting at you. So they did a lot of damage on the wood up here, and they took out a lot of the railings, damaged a lot of the blocks. I actually had to repair 1 block. They knocked it out completely. Well, didn't really come on this side too much. That was towards the end when I finally got back here, but you can see they kind of did some damage up here, even hitting the base itself up here. So, but we'll get all that by the next horde day. It's gonna be, like I said, all concrete and everything. This was kind of the last part of the wooden days that I'll be using. I got a forge going and got some, you know, forged iron, concrete. I'm gonna be able to go loot some cars here nearby, you know, probably tomorrow in game. Get some small engines, make the cement mixer, make some cement, replace all of this wood up here with iron bars, extend them out even farther if I can. Let's see how far the physics hold, because I don't think you can. These iron bars are pretty heavy. I don't know how far they'll go out without having pillars down there to reinforce them, but to hold them up. But anyways, yeah, that would be freaking day 35 horde, day 36 assessment. That was pretty crazy. And they really did some damage on the old base that time. That is nuts. Didn't have any crawler zombies this time, so I think the hatches really did keep them from coming down on that walkway up there. But other than that, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Help me out and like the videos. Subscribe, and other than that, I'll see you in the game.